Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great night. Hey, we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to share what our day looked like because I often get this question, do you always eat perfect? And so guess what? I'm going to share with you what our entire day looked like because it was far from perfect. But as you're tuning in, as you're hopping on, let me know where you're tuning in from. Our family's currently in Minnesota. We also tune in live often from Kentucky. We are with family for the holidays right now for Thanksgiving. And so I'm going to share with you just kind of what our day looked like because I honestly get this question all the time. How do you eat so perfect? Or how do you prepare all of these meals? And I wanted to give you a little insight of what our day looked like. I also wanted to share with you just like a movie hack. Did anybody see the movie Frozen yet? We took the girls to see Frozen for a birthday party. So we had a birthday party today. We had church today. All of that stuff revolves around donuts and cake and candy and movies and 15 kids at the house. And so also today is Sunday. So I love to use today as a prep day. So as we're diving in, as you're hopping on, where are you tuning in from? If you're new, post new below so that we can chat and just get to know your goals. And one more thing. Oh, press the share button below. So press the share button. Sharing is caring. So number one, okay, we got up today. We went to church. And at church, there is lots of donuts. The question my kids always ask is, can we please have a donut? Sometimes they get one, sometimes they don't. Today, I said, this is a hack that I will tell you at Thanksgiving or any of the get-togethers you're doing, any of the get-togethers that you're doing coming up this week. We've got a Thanksgiving on Tuesday, we've got a Thanksgiving on Thursday, we'll probably have something on Wednesday with friends. So we've got stuff all week into the weekend. And so I love this like either or option. I've said this before, but I tell people, for example, my children, today I said either or. So if you're gonna have a donut at church, you're not gonna have a snack at the movie theater because you're going to a birthday party today. So would you rather have a donut at church or would you rather have a piece of cake or a snack at the movie theater? Because I already knew the birthday party was at the movie theater. I already knew they were gonna have the option to choose between popcorn and candy and probably a slushie. So I just said, either or, what would you choose? They chose the snack at the birthday party. I don't feel like that's bad. And for yourself, when you go to maybe work all week this week, maybe you tell yourself, I'm gonna do an either or. Or when you do have your Thanksgiving, maybe you have a get together this week, maybe you tell yourself, I'm gonna do either or. The pecan pie or the pumpkin pie, the bread or the mashed potatoes. So I would just like to keep that in mind. It's an either or option. So that was our morning. It was not perfect. I threw sausage in the air fryer and then we went to church. The girls chose not to have a donut. Then we dove in and we had to hurry up and we had to run to Target. We had to get a birthday present and then feed my kids before we went to the movie theater because it was right after lunch. So what did we do? Remember, we are not perfect. This is about a long-term journey. So the lifestyle or the diet that's gonna work for you is the one that's to stick with long-term. We went to Arby's. Do you wanna know what we ate? So we went to Arby's, which was super fun because great grandma and grandpa were there. So we drove up and we got to sit with them and chat with them for a little period of time. And what I love is I was sitting there and I should have taken a picture. If you're not following us on Instagram, I really track a good chunk of our life on there. It's KetoMOM Secrets, all one word. And so I got a roast beef and I just had no bun. So I got the pound of roast beef meat and that was it. And so I want people to understand that this isn't about perfection. This isn't about, well, if your meat always has to be nitrate free and it always has to be the best. Like that's not the case. We had a lot of stuff going on today. We didn't get home. We left in the morning around 10 and we didn't get back till 4:30 or 5, which brings us to dinner. So we just ate a stack of roast beef. My kids do the same. Sometimes they take the buns off, sometimes they don't. No. So Annie's asking me a question. So if you're just tuning in, we're just sharing some tips and tricks, ideas, food things that we did today so that you know that our family isn't perfect. It might seem like I'm always in the kitchen or like I shared this earlier. I made these little pecan cheesecake muffin things. I made them last night at 10:30 at night. I shared with you the recipes the best that I could because I just kind of dump. I throw things in, I mix it up. If it doesn't taste good, I add some more vanilla or I add some more something. Those were super great. That was made really late last night. She wanted one. Anyways, but I want you to understand something. Like we had a crazy busy day. If you can't eat And I'm gonna give you a quote from Frozen, because this is where this whole idea came from, and some of you asking questions. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from, and press the share button. So we got to dinner. So we talked about breakfast. The kids chose the snack at the movie theater over the donuts at church. We drove through and we talked to Grandma and Grandpa. We had roast beef, big chunk of meat. I just took the buns off. And then, let's see, for dinner we got here, and guess what? After we left the movie theater, please stop. And then my children probably need to go to bed early, by the way. Then we had dinner, but what happened is we got home and a wave of children followed us. So here in Minnesota, we have a ton of family, which comes with a lot of cousins that we love. So I think there was like 14 kids here, and I was like, and all the kids were hungry. It was after the movie, it was almost 5 o'clock. So this is what our dinner looked like, and I want you to know, you guys, this is why I love an air fryer so much. Please put it on your Black Friday list, Christmas list. I got out a whole bunch of hot dogs. Yes, hot dogs. And I'm pretty sure they have nitrates in them. I just get them from Costco. I threw a whole lot of hot dogs in the air fryer. And then guess what else I did? I threw this on the counter. It is a veggie tray from Costco that I like to just keep in the fridge for those random snacky times. And the dip is not perfect, but it's a better option. So these are not perfect options, but this fed 15 kids, right? Like, this fed all of the kids that came over. They all were hungry. Air fryer, snack on carrots and celery and dip and broccoli. Like, that was our dinner. It was not to perfection. It was not like the best meal, but it was a better option. So I want you to know something. Sometimes you compare your keto journey to other people's online, and remember, social media is a highlight reel, right? Like, people may post these glamorous meals. You have no idea what's happening behind the scene, if they even taste good, if they always eat that way. Like, we're in a fast-paced society, right? And so it's okay to go through the drive-thru here and there and grab a burger and take off the bun. It's okay to grab that stack of meat and take off the bun. Like, it's okay for your kids to come home and you don't have a ton of time to make dinner before kids start screaming because they're hungry. Throw some hot dogs in the air fryer and grab a vegetable tray. That's okay. That's what we did. It's not about always being in the kitchen. Do I love to make keto meals? Yes. We had a really great lasagna I shared last night. It was delicious, right? And I made these really delicious cheesecake things that I shared with you. It was delicious. But just know, I'm sweating. Just know that this isn't about perfection. And what I love about this KetoMOM page is you can just take these little tips and tricks and use them for yourself. But here's the phrase I wanted to share with you. It came from the movie Frozen. So if you watched Frozen, it was cute. The girls loved it. Who's seen Frozen? There's a lot of new people hopping on. So let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're new, post new below, and then press the share button, because sharing is caring, and a lot of other people around you need to hear this as well. They need the tips and tricks to help them on their journey. And so we went to the movie. My kids had plenty of birthday snacks, and you want to know what we did? This is my movie theater hack. Do you guys want to see it? Well, usually I have 2 hacks. I brought ketones. I shook them up in a little thing. I don't like popcorn, so it's not hard for me to say no to popcorn, but I brought a super easy, or I just brought a packet. I popped the ketones in the packet or in my water bottle, and I drank ketones the entire time at the movie. I'm never tempted to eat the popcorn or the candy, honestly, because I feel like garbage when I do, but that's my hack, is I grab it. Or something that I keep in the fridge for when I'm on the go, if I'm running out, if I'm going out with some ladies, if I'm going out to the movies, if I just have a fast, I'm gonna show you, 1 second. Let me grab it real quick. This is my movie theater go-to hack. So it's ketones in a can. It's absolutely amazing. It's called a free cell ketone. And so just so you know, that's my movie theater hack. And so what is yours? What do you do to not grab or put your hand in that popcorn bucket or grab that candy? And so here's the deal. Don't mess up good for perfect. Don't feel like you've got to be perfect. And here is the one saying that came from the movie. And both my husband and I looked at each other and I was like, ooh, I'm going to use that tonight on a live. The saying was this, just so I get it right. It said, just do the next right thing. So Anna and Elsa were talking in the movie, and I can't remember what they were like, how do you know what to do? And they said, just do the next right thing. And both of us were like, that's so good. So when you're at the office, or you're at a party, or you're hosting a party, or at a birthday party, you're at the movies, or you're at the grocery store, or you're going through the drive-thru, just think to yourself, Just do the next right thing. Or you can say to yourself, just do the next best thing. That's it. Like, what is the best option? We didn't have time to go home and make lunch. The next best option was to go find a place, grab a fast meal, take the buns off and eat the meat. That was the next best thing. The next best thing was for me to sit in the movie theater, grab a water bottle, shake up a packet of ketones, or I forgot one of these at home, but usually I bring this with me to the movie. Yes, this goes right along with the packets. For those of you who are like, what packets are you talking about? You just asked. So I brought one of these with me. Actually, it was just in the car, so I grabbed it and I put it in a water bottle because I knew my kids are going to be eating popcorn all over the place. And we actually spilled them all over the movie theater. We made a really big mess on accident, but that's what happens when there's 20 kids at the movie theater. So anyways, that's the hack, that's the tip. It's also Sunday, so I love to tell people, treat Sundays, maybe not for you, but try to treat one day of the week. Sundays work best for us. Whatever works best for you as a prep weekday. So prep your meals, get an idea of what you're having, have your groceries, or it's evening if you're watching this in the morning. It's a different time zone for you, like if you're somewhere else in the world. But I love to go, okay, what do we have in the freezer? I should run to the grocery store. I should have already done that before. I already prepped earlier this weekend. But I love to treat Sundays as like what are we having? What are we doing? How is our week looking? Do we have foods that we're not driving through the drive-through all the time and grabbing that stack of meat, because that wouldn't be good for us if we ate it 6 or 7 times a week. But is this making sense? So who has prepped for the rest of the week? Who's excited for all the holidays and Thanksgiving coming up? I think Canada already had their Thanksgiving. I'm not sure what they do. I don't think they have a Thanksgiving in Australia. I know there's some Australians on here. So if you're tuning in and you're not in the United States, Thanksgiving is like for our country, but I'm sure you celebrate something. So it doesn't really matter. Christmas is coming up, whatever holiday it is, we are prepped and ready to go. So I just wanted to share that with you, that Facebook, social media, Instagram, TikTok, all of those fun things. It's a highlight reel. It's for you to look at. It's for you to go, oh man, I wish I was like that. I wish I could make my kids all those perfect meals. My kids got hot dogs and broccoli tonight, and they were just fine. And all the other kids that were over here, nobody complained. I threw a whole bunch of hot dogs on the plates. I gave them a fork. I put some ketchup on a plate, and they all dipped their hot dogs until they were full, and they went to play. Easy as pie. Easy as my, and you guys should really make these. So I did post this recipe earlier. Don't mess up good for perfect with this. I just dump, I taste, I dump some more. For those of you who asked about the crust, add a little bit more butter till it's a little bit thicker. Pat it down, whip everything up till it looks like cream cheese or till it looks like cheesecake, and enjoy. So I hope that was helpful. I would love for you to share what you have on your menu for this week for meals, because a lot of people love to know, like, what are you making? And, we do have a early Black Friday promo going on about the ketones. So if you want to know more about that, post promo below and I will get back with you later. But we are talking about our 10-day drink ketone challenge. It comes with a private group, coaching. It's absolutely amazing, a variety pack, but we're also doing a fun, before I say early Black Friday, but it is early Black Friday. Do you go Black Friday shopping? We like to just go out and look and see what's out there. It's fun, but I have nothing on my list. I don't have anything on any of my lists. And I'm doing an early Black Friday promo. So if you want to know more about my mom fuel or drinking ketones or anything like that, all I would say is I've been drinking this for 4.5 years. You put it in water, it puts you in ketosis in under an hour, not days, not weeks, and it helps get your head above the water. That's how I started, because I remember the first time I went to the grocery store, was super overwhelmed with trying to be keto or low carb when I decided to join my husband on this journey, came home bawling my eyes up because I had no idea what an avocado was. And so I drank a packet of ketones every day, got my head above the water. I felt amazing. I had the energy, the focus, the appetite control, all of those things to get me to where we are 4.5 years later. Like, that was my tool. That's what I use every day. That's my mom fuel. That's what fuels my brain, because I have ketones in my system. And then we can do the best. Like, some days my meals are legit. Like, they're amazing. Like, they are 100% amazing keto low carb meals. Some days you get hot dogs, and that's okay, right? There's no bun on this hot dog. It's a better option. It's fine. And so I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it was helpful. Always ask your questions below. We will always get back to them, and I will reach out to all of you who post promo below. and you and I will chat about my mom fuel, or again, post new if you're new so that we can chat about your goals and press the